You know what happened this week?
What?
Fucking nothing.
Good, maybe it'll be a short episode.
Maybe.
As opposed to like our 3-hour episodes.
Yeah, I'm going to set an alarm for an hour.
Okay.
How do I... timer. All right.
You know what did happen this week, though?
What happened this week?
A baby beat a story mode in Street Fighter V.
Yeah, it was Birdie's, and it was the shortest one.
Yeah.
But still, a 6-month-old baby.
Yeah. The story didn't say whether it was a boy or a girl.
Yeah, and they just describe it as baby.
Yeah. It was
Start.
The child of YouTuber... What is his name? Papa Paint.
Okay.
So go check out his channel if you... And, give it a view to the original video. If you want.
It's amazing because they show it's just like the camera's on the baby and you also see the screen, and this baby is just like being kind of held diagonally facing a fight stick.
Yeah.
And he's just like hitting buttons and stuff, but this baby, and like every now and then he'll fiddle with the joystick. This baby is doing like, he taunted, he was doing EX moves.
Yeah.
He did like a diagonal EX straight up. It was like, what the what?
Like, we just figured out how... Like, me and you just figured out how to taunt last week.
Yeah. There's no difficulty setting. So like, this was the default difficulty of the story mode thing. Like, the single character story things.
Yeah. And a baby beat it. A 6-month-old baby.
It got close at the end there.
It did.
It shouldn't have been close, though.
Karen almost beat him.
Oh, man. He threw at some... I think he did a throw. It was,
oh, yeah.
It was... I can't... I've watched it twice. I'm gonna watch it again.
It's great.
It's amazing.
It's a great, inspiring video.
Yeah, you too can be a 6-month-old baby. I was asking you in the car, if you were at EVO, where this baby clearly will be competing, if your first opponent in the tournament was a 6-month-old baby, would you throw the match?
Yes.
Was it because you would feel bad for beating up a baby? And
yeah, you phrase that so weirdly. That's not... Like, when we play Street Fighter, we're not fighting.
No, I know, but it's different because we're adults and we know what's going on.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's true. But, first you just asked if I would throw a match against a baby, and I said, yeah, of course, it's a baby, I would. And, like, I know he wouldn't understand what his family would, and it would be cute, and it'd be the nice thing to do. If I was at EVO, I would destroy that baby. I would crush him.
Because the crowd would hate you.
Yeah.
They would turn against you immediately.
Yeah. But that's okay. I don't need them. They don't know me. They don't know what's going on in here. And second of all, I don't think there was a first of all. But I would never be at EVO. Like, I'm not going to be there. A baby would be the only one I could beat at EVO.
I really want to see this baby fight that guy, that wrestler or whatever, that beat Daigo.
Yeah, what's that story?
That's just that.
You don't have that story?
No, that was a long time ago.
Stuff happened this week.
That was a long time ago.
Okay, maybe that wasn't... Yo, you're right, because I'm catching up on the Bombcast. I'm like a month behind.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking, that happened this week. No, it didn't. It happened like a month and a half ago.
No, they both showed up, and they were just kind of messing around, and then it ended with that guy winning, and then somebody called the match, and they're both like, wait, what?
Okay.
And then that guy retired from Street Fighter forever, having beaten one of the best in the world.
Yeah. That's
undefeated streak. Just like this baby.
Something else happened this week? I beat Persona 4.
Yes.
I finally beat Persona 4.
Oh my god. So, the first time you beat Persona 4.
Yes, I beat Persona 4 twice. Kind of.
Yeah, you got the
technically.
you got the good ending, and then you got the golden ending.
Yes. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, so where do we leave off? You got Naoto... the last time I talked to you... I don't remember where you were last time we recorded.
Yeah.
But
and we are going to spoil
everything.
Persona 4.
Everything.
Yeah.
Open the floodgates. We might need more than an hour.
Yeah.
So, Persona 4, last time we left it, you had all of the characters now in your group.
Yeah. I had Naoto.
She was the last one. Okay, I think last time we talked about this on the air, it was pre-Nanako.
Yes, I think you're right. So... Nanako was taken by...
This is a little girl.
Yeah.
The
best little girl character in video game history.
She's so adorable.
Yeah.
Perfect voice. She just wants attention and to be loved by somebody, especially the father who she's convinced doesn't love her.
Yeah, even though he does. He loves her so much, but she just reminds him of his dead wife, and he can't bear to see... Everything in this game is so sad and sweet and beautiful, and I love it.
And it's the whole thing where, like, as she gets older, she looks more and more like her mother, and that makes it more and more painful for him.
Yes, exactly. So, Nanako got taken by the suspect, Namatame.
Yep.
Who turned out was a delivery person. So, he kidnapped her and took her to the other world, where he was going to quote-unquote save her.
Yes.
I managed to defeat Namatame and got Nanako out safely. And she was comatose for a while, but she eventually came out of it. Teddy left. I was so happy Teddy left. But...
Because he's like, I failed you. I was supposed to be there.
But Teddy eventually came back.
After he had his own existential crisis
Yeah.
and moment of clarity.
Yeah. And you know what? I ended up liking Teddy in the end.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
For 90 hours I hated Teddy. 10 hours I really liked Teddy.
How much did you like him? You liked him.
I liked him very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Note on Namatame, though. So, because there was an epic chase scene, a car chase in the middle of this game. The truck he was driving, you've seen it before.
Really?
When you first pull into town and go to the gas station, that truck is pulling out.
So that's... Oh my god!
and when you guys are chasing the peeping Tom who you think is trying to kidnap Rise,
yeah,
you chase him down the street away from her parents' restaurant. As you're running that way, Namatame's truck drives past you going towards it.
Oh my god.
And then when you go back, she's been kidnapped.
Oh my god.
It's awesome.
Oh my god, this game is amazing. So, turns out Namatame was being manipulated. And...
Now, at any point, did you think he was the guy?
I kind of did think it was Namatame, but when everyone wanted to kill him...
Yeah.
It was... Because when we were all in his room, and Yosuke was like, let's just... Well, Yosuke was being a complete ass about everything. He was like, you killed Saki-senpai, and like, I really wish there was an option that was just like, shut up about Saki. She didn't even like you. Like, stop bringing her up. But there wasn't that option. And he was like, and I just said like, just calm down, just shut up and calm down. So, eventually he said like, you could just leave the room. Like, we'll take care of this. You could just leave the room and like, pretend this didn't happen. She was like, all we have to do is leave the room. It's not that bad of an option. But I was like, no, there's something here we're missing. And then, eventually, they figured out that there was someone manipulating him. And he actually did think he was saving them.
Yeah.
Because he saw his wife on TV. Mm-hmm. Or the one he was having an affair with.
Yes.
Yeah, it was the one he was having an affair with.
It was basically he started seeing through the Midnight Channel these people.
Yeah.
And then later on those people show up dead, so he figured, oh, something is telling me I should be warning these people.
Yeah.
So he tried with Saki.
Yeah.
But she didn't believe him.
Because why would she?
Yeah, and she ended up dead. I'm trying to remember how many people he actually put in.
I think the first one was Yuki.
Yeah, he put Yukiko in the TV because he saw her on the Midnight Channel first and figured, oh, she's going to be the next victim. So if I put her in this weird other place, in this TV dimension, no killer will be able to get to her.
Yeah.
And I'll just take her out again once it's all clear. Mm-hmm. He was oblivious to everything that happened afterwards. He didn't know that you and your friends went in to save her.
Yeah.
All he knew is a week later, she's walking around again and everything's fine. So he figures, I must have done the right thing.
Yeah.
So he keeps doing it.
Mm-hmm. And you guys realize, okay, he's not well, but he's not the bad guy.
Yeah.
So you think about it for a while. It's just like, all right, it's got to be somebody working on the case. It's got to be somebody you're close to, somebody has access to you because you've been getting warning letters. And I guess right away, it's Adachi. Yeah. It's pretty obvious at that point.
Yeah. They do a good setup of like, who would be able to walk right up to your house and put that warning note in the mailbox and not seem out of place to anyone who might see them? Yeah. Who would be able to move freely throughout the town during all of this, even though the town's been flooded with cops the whole time, who would know all of the things that we know about this.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, it's like, okay, do you think it's Adachi? Do you think it's Dojima? Or do you think it's Naoto?
Yeah. Because there was a list of everyone you've ever talked to in the game.
Oh yeah,
basically.
every and the more side stuff you do, the bigger that list is.
Oh yeah. And I was going through them, and I was like, okay, like before the list even came up, I was like, okay, it's Adachi. And I scrolled through the list first, looking for it as his only name, and I was like, what? He's not on the list? I was like, wait, it's his last name. I'm an idiot.
And the great thing is, like, you have the option of doing a full social link with Adachi, so to like reinforce to you like he's a good guy that you understand.
Yeah. And it makes so much sense because he always is playing this like idiot character, but every time he's doing that, he's just giving away more information about the case.
Yeah.
So that you get closer to like saving these people because it amuses him.
And half the time that you guys talk about the case, basically anywhere, Adachi like pokes his head in and says, "Hey, what are you guys doing here? You know we can hear you through there. Go home."
Yeah.
It's like he knows he's eavesdropping and knows what you know.
Mm-hmm. So you go and confront Adachi. He runs off, hides in the TV. You have the boss fight with him. That's when I got the good ending after that.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Now, what do you think of his motivation? Because they ask him flat out, "Why are you even doing this? Why are you putting people in TVs? Why are you manipulating all these people? Why? Why are you doing it?"
And he basically just says because he was kind of bored.
Yeah,
and
I
he
did it for
found
fun.
it fun. Yeah.
He is pissed off that his station in life is below him.
Yeah.
Like, he worked his ass off to be, like, this big-time detective, and he gets shipped off to the boonies, where he's kind of a joke.
Yeah.
And he realized, he discovered, oh, I have this power. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Let's have some fun with it.
And he's not wrong.
Yeah.
Like what he's doing is wrong, but he does deserve better.
He does.
And he outsmarted everyone.
Yeah. It is kind of funny, like, the first time he threw someone in the TV was by accident.
Yeah.
Like,
Saki was by accident.
Yeah. No,
because he was interrogating her. Because
No,
she
he-
witnessed a murder.
No, you know what? It was Yamano, the announcer, in Yukiko's lobby.
You're right. I'm sorry.
And he was like, I didn't even know you could get in there. Someone could go all the way in there.
I was thinking about Saki because that one was messed up.
That was like he was like coming on to her and stuff in the
Yeah.
interrogation room.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, oh, well, you bitch. And then he just shoved her in the TV.
That
and
was
she was
disturbing.
like, yeah.
He's like, maybe if it does, I'll come back for you. Like that. Yeah. It's just he went from being the comic relief to terrifying very quickly. Yeah.
You know what's really weird? In every Persona thing after this, when they give the main character a voice, it's the same voice actor.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's Johnny Young Bosch again.
Why do they do that?
I don't know, but he's not even trying to make it sound different, and it's super weird.
I love that though. That's great. Like I said, I texted you. You didn't respond within like 5 minutes, so I called you. I was just waiting, staring at my phone. Like, where is he? So I called you. You're like, yeah, you missed something. I was like, okay. So I looked it up. I didn't look up the ending. I looked up what I needed to do to get the ending. Yeah. And I realized, oh, I'm an idiot. There was one option where you needed to pick yes or no, and I picked yes instead. So I went back. I didn't have to wait long because it was a couple of days, but it was just all cutscenes basically.
Yeah, and we should say like once you confront Adachi, you have the big boss fight, then the devil comes out of him.
Yeah.
You have the real boss fight, and then everything seems to be great. And then you do this whole cool, like, I'm gonna walk around town.
You say goodbye to everyone.
Yeah, every max social link you have in the game, you get to go around and have one final conversation with them and find out where they're going to go with their lives because you're leaving.
And it's quite possibly the most emotional experience I've had with a video game.
Now, how many links did you max?
5, maybe?
So, Chie...
It was Chie, Yukiko... Naoto.
Oh, really?
Rise. Okay. I think... Yeah, it was Naoto. Teddy.
Yeah.
And Marie. So 6.
Oh, you didn't... How far did you get with Nanako and Dojima?
Very close.
Do you get like 8 or 9 or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
My first playthrough, I maxed theirs before Nanako got taken.
Oh, yeah?
So that made it hit harder.
Yeah.
Um,
You do have the option of continuing that relationship after she gets taken, though.
yeah.
If she lives. You told me she could die.
Yeah, that whole confrontation of do we kill Namatame in the hospital or not, that could go a number of ways. Like, it could go great and everybody's alive and Teddy leaves but he comes back. There's a version where she lives but Teddy is gone forever. There's a version where Teddy's gone forever and Nanako never wakes up.
Yeah, because you text me, how's Nanako doing? Like, well, he obviously doesn't want to spoil the fact that she wakes up, or like,
I didn't know
maybe she, you don't want to ruin the fact that she gets injured for me. I didn't know she could die. I was like, oh, she's woken up, she's a little shaken, and I was like, she could actually die? This game is messed up.
Yeah, I didn't know where you were, so I didn't want to ask. I wanted to ask it as ambiguously as possible because I don't know if Nanako's even in the hospital yet.
Yeah, exactly. For your credit, you were fantastic with not spoiling anything.
I've been talking to you about this game for like over a year, and I've been very careful to talk around things.
You walked on eggshells this entire time, and I appreciate that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the reason you missed the real ending, which it's not your fault, because if you go by the percentage on the achievement you get for beating the real final boss, only 22.5% of people get it.
And I was thinking about that. I have a feeling only slightly more people than that actually beat this game at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is pretty long.
Yeah.
But it's basically after you go around, you have your heart-to-heart with all your max social links. It says, okay, you've said your goodbyes. Are you ready to go back home? And it gives you a yes or a no. And along the way, if you try and go into any of the stores or whatever, it tells you you have no reason to go here now or whatever. And so, like, once you talk to everybody that you can, you kind of have nothing else to do. So I was like, yeah, I guess I'll go home. So you pick the go home option, and that gave you the ending.
Yeah.
If you pick the other option, if you're like, no, I don't want to go home yet, it just says, oh, go to Juness one last time, and you do. And then all your friends just show up, because they're like, we felt like, memories and stuff. And you start this conversation, and that's when you and the characters realize, yeah, there's like 2 or 3 kind of big questions we don't know the answers to yet. Why, for example, is your character the only person who could enter the TV before his persona woke up? And why did you get your persona without having to face your other self or your shadow fears or whatever? And what the fuck is the Midnight Channel, and why does it do anything? Like, what's going on? We don't know any of this.
Yeah. It's almost like somebody gave you, Adachi and Namatame, these powers.
The exact same powers at around the exact same time. Now, so this was like the big, like, oh fuck, like part of this game.
Yeah.
Where you find out, because at the very beginning, the very first thing that you do in this game is you stop for gas. You have a quick chat with the gas station attendant who's like, oh, welcome to town, shakes your hand, tells you all about, like, this, like, we might be hiring sometime, check back later, that kind of thing. And you never, that's it. Sometimes, if it's raining and you're walking around town, you'll see that guy just, like, standing there and being, like, commenting on the weather or something. But, that's it. And I would check in whenever I could, because I thought, oh, maybe that's an employment option in this game. Because
they mentioned that.
Yeah, there's jobs all over the place. But
Yeah.
I figured, whatever. And I just sort of forgot about it.
Yeah.
Where were you when you were like, I have to go around and start searching for whatever?
Yeah, because they said, who's the first person you spoke to when you got here? And I thought it was Marie.
Yeah.
Because they said,
Yeah.
because that's one of the first people. And I had to step away for a second. I was like, no, it can't be my Marie. Like, I was furious. And then she wasn't even on the list.
Yeah.
It was Dojima, Nanako, or ... And I was like, okay, also no. I don't want it to be
all of my
them.
favorite people.
Yeah. It's like, if I had 3 options, like, I might put Chie above them. Like,
I mean, and good for this 7-year-old for remembering shit from a year ago.
yeah. He's like 17.
What? No, Nanako.
Oh, right.
Because, like, you go and you ask Dojima and Nanako about that day, and he's like, I don't remember. And she's like, I do, this happened, and then this, and you were funny.
So I was like, I say, like, it was Dojima. I spoke to my uncle Dojima first. So he's like, all right, let's go find him. And I go to Dojima. I'm like, God, please don't be you. And he's like, I'm having fun with my daughter for the first time in 20 years.
Look, we love each other now. Yay!
What did you want, son? I think of you as my son. It's like, oh, the murder isn't over, is it? And Nanako goes, there was that creepy guy at the gas station. It's like, oh, the creepy guy at the gas station. You're right. So we go to the gas station. And it's raining for some reason now. It was sunny a minute ago.
It's always raining at the gas station.
That's true. I think it's a woman, actually.
It is.
Yeah. But she did refer to him as the creepy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you talk to him a little bit, and it's like, I asked, like, do you know Adachi or Namatame? And, like, one of those people involved in that murder I heard about.
Yeah, playing very coy. Like, oh, that's weird, yeah. Oh.
And then, like, eventually you just ask, like, what did you do to me? And she just goes like, let's stop beating around the bush. And then a cutscene ensues.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm impressed you found me. And she basically, like, starts flying. She says, like, I shook your hand and I gave you a little push.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to do now. And she touches him again, and he falls down. And then starts flying and disappears. Says, come find me when you're ready.
Now, this character's name is Izanami. And let me ask you this. You remember the part, like, around the middle where you all went on the field trip to the other school? You took a field trip to Persona 3.
I assumed that was where I was, yeah.
Did you pay attention during the class section?
No. I looked at both the answers.
Because, like, the part where, like, that school's teacher is giving you a lecture on Japanese history and stuff.
Okay.
That was literally this game sitting you down and explaining to you what was going on.
Really?
Because, like, it was talking about, like the mythology of Japan being formed and all this stuff, and it was because of the god Izanagi and the goddess Izanomi, and, like, she got trapped.
God.
She was trapped in that cave and was ugly, so he sealed her up, and that's why death happens, because she's mad.
She's talking about Marie!
Yeah, and also, it's worth noting that that's why Izanagi is your starting persona, and why it's also Adachi's, just red.
Holy crap. Wow. Okay.
And Namatame never manifested one, but he probably would have had the same.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Alright. So you go into the dungeon, you're doing your dungeon thingy, and you fight him. And you can get him down to 0 health, and he still takes damage. It doesn't matter. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter. Then you got the Orb of Sight from the guy in the Velvet Room. What's his name? Igor.
Yeah, the Truth or whatever.
Orb of Truth, Orb of Sight, something like that.
Are you talking about when you're fighting her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the final boss fight.
Yes.
They tell you it's the final boss fight, but they've said that like 4 times already, so I'm still suspicious.
Yeah.
I'm playing this. I'm like, everything I've looked up has told me this is the final boss fight, but I don't trust anything anymore. Everything I know is a lie. Also, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning, so I'm kind of hallucinating.
Yeah, you played this all night. You found out you couldn't go to work the next day, so you just stayed up playing Persona.
Yeah. It's like my car's in the shop, I'm beating Persona. No way to get to work, I'm gonna do this.
That orb, whatever that Igor gave you, shows up, explodes into light, and, in my opinion, makes things worse.
Yeah! It shows her true form. Like, this isn't even my final form.
And like, this is, like, the most metal bad guy I've ever seen.
It's like an angel covered in blood and skeletons and wings sometimes. Oh, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It makes that giant teddy boss that we were raving about look like garbage.
I know. And the music during this fight, once she's in her final form, it's slow, it's barely there, but it's orchestral. If you go long enough, it just starts to swell up, and, like, it turns into just straight up victory music.
Yeah.
It's like you're fighting your hardest opponent, it's the final boss in the game, and the game is already celebrating your your triumph, even though you're still, like, chipping away at it.
Wasn't it the regular Persona theme, too? Just done, like, much bigger and orchestral?
Almost all of the music in this game is a variation on one song.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that, too. So, eventually, once you get all of her health down, she starts doing this one move. What was it called? Do you remember?
Something death? Curse of death?
It was Curse of something.
Yeah.
It's an instant kill.
Death curse or something?
I think Death Curse, the Curse of Death. Yeah, that's it.
That should be a title of a movie.
Yes.
We should review that movie.
Anyway, she casts it on you, Death Curse, the Curse of Death, and Yukiko, I think is first, to push you out of the way, and she gets taken down.
Yeah. She gets dragged into the underworld.
She gets dragged into hell.
Yeah.
And then you're saying like, oh, okay, God, whatever. Then another cutscene happens where she does it again on you. Somebody else pushes you out of the way. I had Yukiko, Naoto, and Chie in my party.
Yeah.
I noticed Chie was the last one to sacrifice herself for me. I thought that was a little weird.
It's almost like you picked the wrong one, huh?
I picked the wrong girl.
It's like that We Hate Movies episode where they're talking about, like, Jason Goes to Hell or something. Or it's like, if you wait more than a second to stop me from getting pulled into hell, I think we're done.
But we had a nice Valentine's Day, so it's okay.
Oh, we'll get back to Valentine's Day, don't worry.
Okay. Anyway, everyone sacrifices themselves for me. Well, for the character.
No, for you. Rob Coffin must live!
It's Link Coffin, okay?
Oh, of course.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning, I am into this. And I've been up all night.
Did you give him your last name? God damn it.
I didn't understand the question. So anyway, everyone's dead. She casts one more time, Death Curse, the Curse of Death. Everyone's died for no reason because I'm dying anyway. So I get pulled into hell. And they're having hallucinations of everyone. Is it everyone that I had maxed?
Yes.
Okay, because I was like, where's Kanji? It's messed up, like I'm seeing where's Kanji? I was like, he really got the short end of the stick here. But that makes more sense.
Yeah, the people, it's like you're, like all the people that mean the most to you are going to show up. And it always...
I was like, I like but why is she here?
And it always ends with Marie, which is really nice.
Yeah, that is nice. I can't believe she wasn't even in the game, the vanilla game.
Yeah.
She's so important to the story.
Like, I've heard people say, like, oh yeah, the new version has a new character, but who cares? And it's like,
what?
I know.
She's the best character.
I know. I don't know if I would call her the best, but I definitely, like, I don't want a Persona 4 thing that doesn't have her in it.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you ever turned down a date with her after you have her maxed out?
Probably.
Because she, you know how she always goes like, stupid jerk.
Oh yeah, she gets super mad.
Yeah, she goes like, you're not stupid, I don't hate you, but you're a jerk.
Yeah, nice.
Like after you have it maxed out, I thought that was so cool.
Like I got Ultimax for the 360 a few months ago. First thing I did was go on and get the Marie DLC character.
Oh, nice.
Because like they had like Marie and Adachi and I think Margaret as DLC.
Cool. Nice.
I'm like, no, Marie is part of this group, goddammit. She deserves to be here.
I watched, after I beat it, I watched Did You Know Gaming Persona. It was the whole franchise.
Yeah.
But I saw that one of the things was the creator, like one of the execs at Atlas wanted to have Dojima and Nanako in Arena.
Can you imagine? Well, you could have an actual baby playing as a little girl in this fighting game.
and they just, like, the team just got back to it, was like, no, why would you think that? Alright, so...
They put Nanako in Dancing All Night, though.
Oh, that's cute.
That's nice.
That's nice, yeah, because that's just a dancing game. It's not a fighting game. So...
And again, Maria was DLC. What the fuck?
Why? Oh my god. You get dragged to hell. Get dragged to hell. Everyone there comforts you and says, don't die. You're our leader. You can't die. So you kind of... You fight your way out of hell, essentially, which is awesome. And you come back out and you're like, whoa, what the hell?
And she tries doing the death curse of death.
Yeah.
The deafening too. Yeah. And it just doesn't work anymore.
And then she starts casting lightning spells. Like these epic lightning storms starts casting. And it says like -999. And then it says you resisted.
Yeah, it's like you have 1 health left and she keeps hitting you with it. And then it's your turn to attack.
Yeah. And something that's always bothered me about this is whenever somebody summons their persona,
Mm-hmm.
it always looks cooler than the main characters. The main character just kind of grabs the card out of the air.
Yeah.
Like Naoto does a flip and shoots it.
Yeah, she pulls out a gun and shoots it, and
Yeah.
like Chie does a cool jump kick.
Yeah, Yosuke does like a side kick. Everyone has a cool animation.
Kanji throws his card in the air and hits it with a folding chair.
Yeah, or a desk.
Yeah.
Everyone has a cool animation. And then when you attack, everything's blacked out except skill. And you select skill. And what's it called?
It's a little like hazmat symbol.
It's word of power, isn't it?
It's a myriad truth.
Okay, yeah.
And it's just like it's the symbol for like holy attack or whatever.
almighty.
Like, almighty attack just says one option just says myriad truth, and you select it.
And he does the coolest animation ever.
It's like zoomed in on him. He takes off his. I don't know if this is why, but I choose to think it because like he's not looking through a filter anymore. He's not. He can just see it for what it is. So he takes off the glasses to let you see through the fog. Mm-hmm. Throw him away, and then like bring his arm straight up as the floor below him starts to glow.
Yeah.
This card just slowly falls into his hand, and then his like evolved persona like explodes.
The persona that we haven't seen since the beginning of the game.
Yeah,
because you've been recruiting personas, SMT style, the entire game. And he just grabs that card so powerful. Oh my god, I was out of my chair cheering at this point.
And then at this point, it's like, it feels like every social link you max is another bullet in the chamber at this point.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's awesome.
It's great. And you destroy it.
And then you do so good that as the big villain is dying, she's like, you did great.
Yes!
Goodbye.
Good job kicking my ass.
And then she's just gone.
Yeah. That's great. That's like something from Metal Gear. It's like, oh, I respect you. I'm gonna die now.
Oh my god. And then, like, the fact that you did that, because you had already, by beating the big ball that came out of Adachi, you got rid of the fog in the human world.
Yeah.
By doing this, you got rid of it in the shadow world, too. And it turned Teddy's world into this lush paradise.
Yeah.
And they're all, and at first I'm like, where are they? But somebody calls it out, like, is this Teddy's world?
Yeah. And they say, like, so this is actually what's in the hearts of humans.
Yeah.
So it's like, that was what those beings assumed humanity wanted.
Yeah.
And this is what we were actually wanting.
And the Midnight Channel is... It's honestly, it's just a reflection of what the people who look at the TV want to see. Because, like, I think Izanami explains it as the TV is a box that shows you whatever you want to see. Mm-hmm. So I just took that a step further.
Yeah.
That's why all the victims were people that became big in the media first. It wasn't because, like, some killer was going, oh, that person's popular, I'll go after them. It was because people saw Yukiko on the news. Everybody was talking about Yukiko after that. They wanted to know more about her. And then suddenly, oh, here's this, like, warped, perverted version of her on the Midnight Channel. Because that's a reflection of what people wanted to see.
Yep. It's like a twisted mirror. That's all it is.
Yeah. It's one of those great things of, like, the villain technically didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
All she did was create the Midnight Channel that does nothing more than what I just said it does. And she gave Persona power to 3 random people. And they could have done absolutely anything with it or nothing at all.
It's great. And then you go home, you leave, and you come back a few months later for summer vacation.
In a scene that was not in the original game.
Really?
Yep.
So that was the ending for the original game?
Yeah, as soon as you get on that train and have, like... That's why, like, the train has, like, credits and shit over it. Like, that was the end.
Wow, okay.
And what's great is, like, I can't remember right now if, like, we see, like, the credits with, like, everybody's portraits and stuff before the epilogue or after it.
Before.
Because, like, the epilogue goes through and it shows, like, here's everybody. It's a really beautiful, like, reinterpretation of, like, the music you've been hearing all the way through.
Yeah.
And it shows, here's an image of Teddy, and then here's what Teddy's persona looks like in its fully evolved state, showing kind of how far they came on the inside.
Yeah.
And then there's a little like montage of Teddy moments from throughout the year, and it's like remember the good times, remember hanging out with all these people, and it like cuts to this epilogue scene,
which is you come back for summer vacation. Dojima forgot you were coming, so he's not home. You try to call Yosuke and all your friends. Nobody's answering their phone, so you just had to hang out at Junes. And then you can kind of see Yosuke and Teddy's heads behind a bush, and they're whispering. And then
he sees us. No, he doesn't. Shut up. No, you shut up.
Exactly. Then you go, all right, let's just do it. Let's just do it. And then they jump out. Yosuke yells surprise, and Teddy goes, "Ah, I'm a bear." Then everyone runs down to like, you guys are idiots. So they were trying to surprise you. Dojima calls you back, and he's like, "Did the surprise work? Of course I didn't forget about you. I love you," and it's very nice.
Which, by the way, he had no way of knowing they'd surprised him yet.
Yeah,
he just called up and said, "Hey, did your top secret birthday surprise go off well?
Can I stop lying now?"
He's like, and you could have been like, "What? What are you talking about?"
Please, I need to stop lying.
I've been hiding behind the couch all this time. He even says I was in the house. I had to ignore the doorbell.
Yeah.
I'm actually disappointed it was only a few months, because I wish it was like, oh, this is like a year or two later or something. Because like they go the distance of everybody's looks different now. They're like, their hairstyles are different. They're wearing different clothes. It's like everybody's in a different part of their lives now.
I didn't recognize Kanji.
Yeah, it's like, who's that?
I know. I was like, oh, everyone looks really different. This is cool. Who the hell is that guy? Like, I really didn't know it was him. I was like, where's Kanji? Who's that old man? And then he spoke, and I was like, dear God, it's Kanji. And then we say, just put on a different necklace. And she's like, did you recognize me, Senpai? I'm like, shut up, I hate you.
With her, it's like, oh, that's what that much hair looks like when it's down.
Yeah, exactly. Visay's the worst.
Oh my god. And then, like, you're all having, like, Nanako comes home, and she's, like, long hair now, and it's awesome. And like, you're all, like, crowded around the table, and, like, the weather comes on, and it's Marie has a job as a weather person, and she's just like, oh, what, I'm gonna have it not rain today, because my buddy's coming back to town. I'll make it rain tomorrow. They're like, thanks, Marie. What? And there's a great callback, because earlier in the game, you're watching the weather, and Nanako's like, is that person the one that decides what the weather will be like? And they're like, oh, yeah, not really. I mean, kids. Yeah. Then she asks it again, and they're like, well, I mean, yeah. Yeah, she does.
It was just great. It was a great way to end the game.
And it had, like, I love, like, the shot of that photograph, like the updated group photo.
Yeah.
That just had, like, the end down there.
That was really nice. Because, like, I didn't want to stop. Like, when I was in the middle of it, like 40 hours in, I didn't want it to end.
I know.
Because, like, I spent so much time, like, you get like my friends
You get personally invested in this.
And even like Yosuke, who is kind of homophobic and a dick to fat people, he's like, we all kind of have friends that are kind of dicks. Yeah. But we still want to spend time with them.
Yosuke, like, some people dug around in, like, the code and stuff and found, like, unused, like, dialogue options that support the idea. Nothing outright, but it's just, like, they put some in that didn't get used that support the idea that Yosuke could have, at one point, been, like, a relationship option.
I heard about that, yeah. That was in the digital gaming thing.
And it kind of, like, you can kind of see it as you get further with his link.
And, like, I just said, like, I hate Risei, but she's just like that annoying friend you have. It's like, I didn't want to lose them, but it ended so well that I'm okay with leaving it.
Why do you think I've played this game 4 times?
Yeah. And, like, I can't wait to play Persona 5. Yeah. But I can wait. I can wait a while.
Well, good, because who the hell knows when that's coming out.
This was good.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about one thing that I know did not happen to you, that I was kind of hoping would, but I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want you to see it coming. Okay. So, Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. I assume you and Chie had a very nice day.
We had a wonderful day. You kept kind of insisting I cheat on her.
I kept wanting, because you're like, no, I'm not gonna break. I'm like, break.
Yeah. I'm assuming something happens on Valentine's Day if you cheat.
So the day before Valentine's Day, Chie texted you and said, hey, want to hang out tomorrow? And you're like, sure.
Yeah.
So any girl you have a Max Social Link with, by that point, will text you that day and say, hey, want to hang out? And the way it sets up is like you have the option of saying yes to one. And then as soon as you say yes to one, the others don't show up as options anymore.
Gotcha.
So you figure, okay, whatever, I'll say yes to you. Whatever. Mm-hmm. Next day comes around. School's over. On the way to Chie, you get stopped in the hall by Rise, and she's all like, "Hey, so I was thinking we could go do this, and we could like have fun with that, and it's Valentine's Day, and like you have to like pick one of several not good options to let her down easy."
Oh.
And then she has a moment of like, "What are you talking about? Why don't you want to spend Valentine's Day with your girlfriend?" I am your girlfriend, aren't I?
Oh my god, that's so uncomfortable. And I don't even want to put Rise through that.
And you have to do that for all of them, one after the other.
Oh my god.
And then afterwards you get to go off with whoever you pick. But by that point you're like, I don't think I even want to have fun. And so the first time I played this game, you asked me, "Oh, so who'd you pick? Who did you end up with in the end, or whatever?"
Yeah,
and
I jokingly said "Who's your wife?"
Yeah, and I said something like, "I chose Yukiko, but I realized too late I should have picked Chie because Chie, when you let Chie down,
yeah,
holy crap!
Does she beat the crap out of you?
No, it's worse. It's so sad."
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's like
she's the sweetest, nicest girl in the world. Why would you do that? Why'd you break my girlfriend's heart?
That's a weird question to ask somebody. She asks so what are you doing? We could spend the day together. And I forget what you say, but then she's like, "Oh, you have something to do? Well, I mean, I can come with you,
Oh my
god. And then your options are, I don't think so, not this time, or just ...
Oh.
And I'm I'm pausing over this, and I'm like, which is the least awful? I don't remember what I picked, but I don't think it matters. And then she's got oh, I get it.
Oh my
god. I won't ask if there's anyone else. And then you go to leave, and then the little narration box comes up that just says something like, you hear Chie choke back crying as you leave.
God!
Yeah.
You're a monster!
I didn't know!
Why were you encouraging? You just wanted me to go through the same thing.
Yeah, I want this to happen to you.
No, well, it's not gonna happen. I'm a loyal, good person. I picked the right one. I was thinking I might be tempted by Naoto.
Yeah.
But I maxed out her link so late in the game that it wasn't even an option.
Yeah.
Is she a dating option?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She's great. If I had the option earlier, I might have.
Yeah. She's definitely the most interesting out of them.
Yeah, she is.
Hers actually ends with she's like, all right, don't laugh. And then she turns the corner and she's just straight up dressed like a girl.
Oh, yeah?
And she's all embarrassed by it and hates it.
That's cute. I like that at the end when you come back and everyone's dressed differently. She is still dressed very reserved.
Yeah.
But she is dressed more like a girl.
Yeah, it's still button-down shirt and pants and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's she's not hiding anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. She was still... It was so over the top with every decision that you made. I told the story of when I just switched umbrellas with Naruto, yes. And she was like, "Oh my god!" Now he's standing next to her. Oh my god! Shut up, everybody. But that's just the different cultural things,
Yeah.
It's not a big deal in America, but over in Japan, I guess, just standing next to somebody in high school is a big deal.
Well, yeah. Well, also we forget these characters are 15 or 16 or something.
Yeah.
Actually, I think they make a point of calling it out. When you first meet them, Rise and Kanji are 14.
Yeah.
Because Rise got her... Yeah, she just had a birthday, so she was able to get her license. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
I think Naoto is in the same grade. I think that she must be 14, too. Because she's an underclassman, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kanji's the youngest.
Okay.
But I think it's like a matter of like months or whatever.
Okay.
It's like, I think everybody else is
Yeah.
like 15 or 16.
Because I remember the scene where they're studying for finals or something, and Naruto is helping Rise and Kanji, and Yosuke asks her for help, and she's like, "You're a year above me. I don't know what to do."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, you're good for nothing." Like, Yosuke, what's your problem, man? It's like, damn women.
Nanako's death scene was the first. It's been the first and only time a video game made me cry.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They really played it up too.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know how there's so much blood.
Not that way.
I think on my first time through, I did pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't need to go back.
I've gone back and I've cried again. Even though I know what's coming and I know it's not going to keep.
Yeah.
It's still.
Oh, you mean when
she's in the hospital and you're by her bedside and then she's like her eyes just close and her head goes down.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that whole thing. And they're playing like the same kind of just downtime music.
Yeah.
That they ever.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I almost cried when I was saying goodbye to everyone.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you had to do that twice.
Yeah. And I texted you the second time because I was like, they have that thing where you press start twice and you can kind of fast forward through it. And I was like, it's not any easier.
Nope.
I'm not even looking at the dialogue unless I have to make a choice. It's not easier.
A while ago when I talked to you about Persona 5 and how I'm like, I hope they have a scene like in this where the Persona 5 cast take a field trip to Persona 4ville.
Yeah.
And I was saying, like, yeah, in Persona 5, the main characters are, some capacity, criminals.
Yes.
And how easy would it be for them to get recognized while they're on their trip and they get taken in for questioning? And now you're in the police station where Dojima still works.
Chie is working there now.
Chie is a cop, and Naoto could be consulting.
Yeah.
And like you could do like Chie could be a beat cop, or maybe I don't know how many years have passed between these iterations. I would like promote Dojima, maybe he's the chief. Yeah. Maybe Chie's made detective, Naoto's a consultant, and as you're getting put in the cell, oh, here's Nanako being like, Dad, you forgot your lunch at home. And, like, we get to see, like, oh, look, it's Nanako, and she's almost the age of the characters from the last game.
Alright, we need to talk about something else.
Yes, I'm turning off this timer. It's almost been an hour.
Oh my god, we talked about Persona 4 for 50 minutes! Holy crap!
So, it's a great game.
It is a great game, but oh my god, we can't use the timer.
No timer.
Alright, let's just go through stuff. Alright, let's just go.
We can go for more than an hour. It's okay. It's okay.
Fine.
Oh my god.
3D NES.
What? What about it?
You know about this? It is a new emulator that's in beta right now. So far, you can only use it on Firefox.
Sure.
But it is an emulator that for NES games that makes it look like they play in 3D.
All right.
So it's like, it's kind of weird because it's like I saw it running Super Mario 3. I almost said Super Mario 3D, but Super Mario 3. And it's like, you know how it kind of looks like it's a play. There's like those white and like pink blocks and stuff. Yeah. And some of them Mario ran in front of, some of them went behind it.
Oh, cool.
Stuff. Yeah, it is really cool, but it's still kind of finicky. It's still in beta, and like at the end when you gotta jump and hit the box at the end to finish the level, instead he ran behind the black like curtain that was there, so we had to run past and come back out and jump and hit it.
Is this gonna be one of those things that's going to get shut down?
Probably, but I think because it's only like running in Firefox and you can use you have to input your own ROMs. I don't know. Maybe it's still. I don't know. I saw it on Polygon, so maybe. Also, it was running Mega Man. It looked great. But it was a scene. He was trying to jump onto a ladder between two blocks, and he couldn't quite get in between the two blocks. But you can kind of drag your mouse around and move the screen to get different angles. So I'll show you the video later. It looks promising.
Cool.
Yeah. You got anything?
I've been playing the Bravely Second demo.
You have? How is it?
Good. It's more of the same.
Okay.
It's just it's cool, like getting to go to different places in this world and using entirely new characters.
Okay, that's cool.
And it's a very like stripped down demo too, just to get you used to the concepts and everything.
Yeah.
Because like there's stuff that's just not there. Like how every time you change a character's job, they're supposed to get a new outfit for that job, and that only happens for one of the 4 characters, kind of thing. But yeah, no, everything I liked about the first game seems to be there, or like, and there are conspicuously absent things that I'm chalking up to this just being like not a fully fleshed out representation of the finished game. But yeah, I think I like the new protagonist better than the last one.
Wow, already?
Yeah. And actually, speaking of Persona, because the main character is named Yu.
Oh, okay.
Spelled Yew this time. But
okay.
And the new female lead, as soon as she spoke, I'm like, wait a second. And I looked up the voice actress just to check. I'm like, yep, that's Yukiko. And she's just doing her Yukiko voice.
Nice.
Except, like, imagine Yukiko talking if she was doing a really bad job of occasionally trying to convey a French accent.
Oh, wow.
That's that.
Okay.
Like, if you can picture her yelling Allons-y once, you've got it. Which she does.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to this game.
Speaking of the 3DS, I've been playing Azure Striker Gunvolt on my 3DS.
Yes.
Yes.
How is that?
Awesome.
Is it crazy?
It is so crazy, and it is great, and it is so meant for speedrunning. And I am so bad at it, but I love it. The game opens up with a guy whipping a guy with an electric whip, and it's like, how many jibs did they promise you to come in here and take the adept so-and-so? And it's like, you couldn't follow this at all. It's so crazy, and like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all.
But the jibs.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, maybe that's currency. I don't know. And it turns out that the guy being whipped wanted to be whipped because he runs on electricity, like Iron Man.
That's how Iron Man works.
Yeah, you gotta plug in.
Yeah. So, he used to have to do that.
Yeah. He's like, oh, you're Gunvolt, so he runs off and he asks...
Is someone's name Gunvolt?
Someone's name is Gunvolt.
God damn it,
yeah.
People who name things?
Yeah. Like, the first mission is you leaving this killer is dead style group of assassins or mercenaries that you used to work for, and now you're going solo. And, you gotta just go and work through this Mega Man style list of bosses now and take care of them yourself. And it's just crazy and awesome, and it plays so good. I love it. And I don't know what's happening. Like, there's this kind of, Vocaloid, that's the word I was trying to think. There's some kind of Vocaloid that you rescued in the first one, but she has a split personality. So, like, normally she's kind of just, like, shy and really polite to you and is your secretary. But every now and then, she'll say something like her split personality will pop out and be like, hey, hot stuff, how'd that last mission go? And smack you on the ass. And it's like, and then she'll be like, get out of here, you. And, like, she doesn't even realize that it's her own personality. And it's so crazy. I'm going to have to play through it, like, 2 more times to understand what the hell
it's like happening. She looks to the left and she's one person, but she looks to the right and she's somebody else.
No, it's 2 physical beings.
Oh,
the
really?
Other one comes out of her mind.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I know.
Cool. I started, since leaving Final Fantasy XIV, I've been looking for another MMO. Mm-hmm. So I tried out Onigiri. It's a free-to-play one. It's also on the PS4, so I'm like, let me give this a shot. That game is poorly made.
Okay.
Like, I mean, it's got, like, an okay character creator and makes some good-looking characters.
Gotcha.
But it's, like, little stuff, like, whenever there's, like, a cutscene and characters are talking, all their voiceover is overlapping.
Oh, that's not good.
And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna skip. And, like, your movement speed, you have 1 movement speed. it's too fast to accurately walk up to things easily, and it's too slow to traverse long distances fast.
That sucks.
And the combat is terrible.
Wow.
And it's the kind of thing where like you're fighting an enemy and it'll just disappear, but then it'll fall out of the sky. And I'm like, does it have a teleport power maybe, or is it just?
Wow.
But it doesn't. And then it's like you can lock on kind of.
What does that mean?
That means so you hit a button to lock on. It doesn't tell you what most of the buttons are.
Okay.
You hit triangle to lock on. And all of your attacks, so you have a series of attacks you can cycle through, and they all have cooldowns, which is fine. But each of them also has like 5-second animation associated with them. But just because of the natural movement pattern of the thing that you're fighting, if you're using a sword or something like up close and personal, it's probably going to move out of your way. Not because it's trying to avoid you, but just because that's what its natural holding pattern animation is.
Wow.
And then your attack doesn't hit because it moved out of the way before your animation was done, and now you can't use that attack again until the cooldown happens. Meanwhile, you're getting attacked from the side now. And it's a little better if you use a bow because you're at least a little further away, except the bow is really short range. So you're like maybe twice as far away as someone with a sword would be, and there's no good movement option. And every time, and the enemies are densely packed enough that if you move around too much while using the bow, you're going to aggro other enemies. And like the combat is terrible, and it's the kind of thing where I thought, okay, maybe if I just grind a little bit and I get high enough level, it'll get easy enough that I can ignore some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I've only played it for a few hours.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I couldn't remember my login stuff, so I'm like, well, that's that. And I deleted it.
Wow. That sounds awful.
Yep, so I'll report back next week with my next MMO.
I played a little bit of Galak-Z.
Yes, the super easy. Super easy.
I texted you after I played like one mission of it. And I was like, hey, we should play this on the channel. I texted like an hour later, no, we shouldn't. This game is super duper hard. But man, is it fun.
It's like the Dark Souls of video games.
Exactly. I keep going back to it. It's so much fun. Is that the game where you can eventually become a mech?
Yes. Oh, you haven't gotten that far?
No.
Oh.
I haven't gotten out of the prologue.
Oh.
You have to beat 5 missions without dying to get out into the next season. I can't do it. It's really
Are the
hard.
missions long?
No. But very, very hard. And what's interesting is like, it goes like, here's one story mission, here's another story mission. It gives you like 5 story missions in a row. If you die, they have these like kind of filler missions where it's like, we're running out of food. Go out and get some food. So there are food crates out in space that you should collect the food and come back. But
Yeah,
of course there's
space food, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. That's what they said. They said like he goes, isn't shooting the food gonna be a bad idea? He goes, no, space food. It's tough. So it's stuff like that. So now I have like, because I've gotten far enough and then died. Now I have like 3 filler missions that I've played a bunch of times, but they all cycle out every now and then. So I have like 3 filler missions that I can get to some more story, and then, but I'm never getting here because I keep dying on one of these because it's so hard, and it's all randomly generated. So it's like
You can't even learn it.
exactly
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you gonna keep going?
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Could you play that instead of your tap hero garbage?
That takes me like 2 seconds. Like,
Give me your phone.
No.
Give it. I'm
No.
gonna break it.
No.
I'm gonna break it.
No. You good look. It's life proof.
I have a baseball bat. Is it baseball bat proof?
That's life.
It's made of death.
Look, I just checked. I'm good. Wait, no. One of my mercenaries died. I gotta bury him.
Oh my god.
See, I'm done.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it took. See, good.
Give me your phone.
No. I swear, I'm gonna stop once I unlock that guy. I still haven't unlocked that guy. Remember, like 3 weeks ago, I'm gonna stop once I unlock that one hero.
Yeah.
I still haven't done that.
No.
No. Tacoma got delayed. You know that game Tacoma?
Yeah.
That got delayed. Till
Why?
2017.
Oh. Is it because you didn't unlock that guy yet?
Maybe. I hope not. I want to play Tacoma.
What's Tacoma?
Tacoma is that space like walking simulator game from the. I'm assuming it's gonna be a walking simulator because it's from the guys that made Gone Home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, except this one takes place in space. It looks really pretty.
Cool.
So this is a quote from Fulbright Studios. They are, I'm assuming, the ones making it. It would be weird if they weren't. They said, after we did our big unveiling last summer, we sent out a playtest build to a bunch of fellow developers we trust, took a long, hard look at their feedback and our own feelings on where we were at, and decided to re-examine and rework a number of the core assumptions we'd held about the game. So it sounds like they just want to make it better.
Yeah.
And it's delayed until sometime in 2017.
Maybe it was he was saying it over the phone, held to his cheek by his shoulder, as he's in like a warehouse piling all the loose cash into a duffel bag and running out. I guess I'm still watching this one anime.
What is it?
It's called Your Lie in April. It's nothing weird. It's I feel like I have to preface that.
Whenever you're talking about anime, yes you do.
Yeah. So it's basically like there's like this like high school kid, he's like 15 or whatever. He was like this child prodigy with the piano because his mom, who was like really sickly, was like, I'm going to live through you, and so you have to be a concert pianist.
Gotcha.
And then she died, but like she had drilled into his mind like, this is work, you have to do it this way, and this is the right way, and do it. And he's all like a little kid, like, maybe if I do it, she'll get better.
Oh,
but then
man.
after she dies, he just kind of loses it, and he gets to a point where like he can't get out of his own way, like he can't hear the notes he's playing anymore, kind of thing. And then he just kind of becomes like sad and depressed and a teenager. And it's a show that like visually it's beautiful. Mm-hmm. It represents music in a way I haven't seen before. Like, you know, when you watch, like, a fighting anime, there's always a character will do this intense thing with their powers, and other characters will be standing around going, like, oh my god, did you feel that?
Yeah.
And, like, they're kind of explaining to you why that's a big deal.
Yeah.
They kind of treat music the same way here.
Okay,
where,
cool.
like, when one of the characters gets on stage and just, like, starts playing her violin, breaks script, and just goes nuts with it, like working up with sweat and like no breath at all left by the end, and we're hearing the music that's coming out of it. It's like, it's kind of the similar experience, except like I don't need a character to explain to me why the thing that just happened is so intense. And so it's like, it's a really cool thing that I don't know if I like or want to continue with. Because it's also like one of those shows where like by the time you hit episode 2, you know everything.
Oh yeah.
Here's our main character and his attitude towards music and going forward. And here's his friend, the literal girl next door, who's totally in love with him, but they would never do anything about it. And then here's musician guy's sports friend, and they're all chums. And sports friend is interested in the new girl, who's also the musician, who's the opposite viewpoint of main character guy, who's the one that he's fallen in love with. Like, you see all of, like, you see the love triangles, and you see how, like, the dynamic opposites at play, and you're like, I get it. I get what we're doing. I get what beats we're gonna hit. I get where we're gonna end up. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm on episode 3, and there's 22. And I'm like, let me give it one more. But then there's something in it that's really good. I'm like, oh, damn it, okay. I walk away from it for a few days, and I'm like, maybe I should give it another chance. And I watch another 2, I'm like, oh, God. And then I'm like, I get to a point where I'm like, okay, maybe I should just give this a fair shot and just finish it. Mm-hmm. The 2 musical characters participate in like a recital or something together. She's on violin, he's playing piano again for the first time in years. And they get to the end, it's this big emotional thing, and then she just collapses. And I'm like, oh, she's dying.
Okay.
Like, it's one of those, like, I haven't seen anything to like, they haven't out and out confirmed it, but I'm like, she's gonna die.
Yeah.
And then, like, an episode later, it opens with, like, her in the hospital and talking to her friends. They're like, has this ever happened before? She's like, no, but I mean, I guess it was really stressful. Yeah. And all that stuff. But that episode is shown, like, out of order, and it ends on, like, as soon as she woke up in the hospital, and she's like,
Okay.
oh, I must have fainted again.
Oh.
So it's like, yeah, she's dying. I get it.
Okay.
So it's like it looks good. It uses music in a really good, powerful way, and it knows how to hit no pun intended, it hits the notes well.
Yeah.
But it's like I think I'm 5 episodes in, and again there's
That's it?
Yeah.
You just described like a season of a different show.
No, I know, but like I'm 5 episodes in, and they just geared up for like she signed him up for a I don't know what they're called, like a tournament, basically.
like a
music
like
tournament.
a battle of the bands.
A music tournament where people play piano
what's
real
the show
good.
called?
My Lie in April? Your Lie in April? Your Lie in April.
Lie?
Yeah, like you lied about something.
Okay.
They
Kind
haven't.
of selling me on it.
It's a weird. I feel like I'm right between its two targets, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if you're watching this show for the first time and you're the age of the characters in it, it would really mean something to you. Like, you would probably get a lot out of it, because these characters are like 15, 16.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Or if you're someone like our parents' age, who they've either never seen anime before, or they think it's all like Pokemon or like Dragon Ball Z or something.
Yeah.
They think it's all like intense like violence or stupid Pokemon things. Not the Pokemon stupid, but you know.
Yeah.
Like, I could see them like sitting down with something like this and being like, oh, that's really pretty, and I love the music, and these characters are nice.
Yeah. Gotcha.
It's like, I kind of want to see it out to the end, but then I'm like, oh, there's so much that I know we're just gonna... It's like, how long do I want to go through the motions, you know?
I get you. Yeah.
So I'm probably going to continue with that.
Yeah. I'm going to start watching it once I get home. Is it on
okay.
Netflix or Hulu?
Oh, it's on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Beyond that, have you heard about what Xbox kind of seems to want to do?
Is that the cross-play stuff? Cross-platform?
Well, what do you mean by that?
As in, they've introduced cross-platform play for Steam and PS4.
Oh no, that sounds like a good thing.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you're something else. Let me do this first.
Okay.
Rocket League is the first one to have this introduced. Right now it's only for the PC, but they're hoping that it will work with PlayStation coming soon.
So if I'm on my PS4, you're on your Xbox One, we can play Rocket League again, with or against each other.
No, I just said it's only for the PC right now.
Ultimately, like, that's the point of
Yes,
this.
exactly. Hopefully. Right, and they said we want to do this with every game that is out on multiple consoles. We just need the other parties to agree. We just need Sony to sign off for it and Steam to sign off on it. But we're open, like Phil Spencer said, we're open to this.
Cool. That's a good thing.
That sounds great.
I like that.
I am up with that too.
What's less good, and to be fair, we don't know a whole lot, because Microsoft did that thing again where we're going to announce this big, bold thing, but not have a whole lot of details. Because that worked great when we launched our console.
Okay.
So, who's the head of Microsoft again? Phil Spencer? I believe it was him. He came out and said...
Well, he's the head of Xbox.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Phil Gates, yeah. He came out and said, like, a problem with console gaming is that, you know, these boxes come out and that's kind of it. Like, you're locked into that hardware for that whole generation, where, while, you know, PCs and stuff, they keep growing in that time. And you're not going to... Like, the Xbox 360 kind of was what it was, and then our next big jump was the Xbox One when that came out. The Xbox One would kind of be what it is until the next Xbox comes out, right?
That's true. I agree.
He wants to try and decouple the two things. He wants to have a situation where the Xbox One isn't restricted to the capability of its own present hardware. So what they're thinking about is every now and then iterating on the Xbox One.
How so?
As in, and this isn't happening, but like as in next Christmas, Xbox 1.2 comes out. It's another Xbox One console, but it's more powerful than the last one. It's basically the cell phone model, but for consoles.
Will it also be $500?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But what I do know, what I can say very confidently, is that there will most likely be a situation where it's like with some apps, where it's like, you can run this on iOS version, 6 point whatever or higher,
Yeah.
There will be games that require the newest one, or it'll go back a certain ways,
That's a bad idea.
And they're taking all sorts of shit for this again, because they're doing it again. This is the Xbox One launch all over again, almost literally.
The thing is, they run Windows. They have a PC marketplace for this.
Yeah.
They should have their PC games and their Xbox games, and that's fine.
Well, they're also taking some shit from people who think that this new Windows Store only approach thing is them trying to build a PC monopoly on because Microsoft kind of is definitively the PC kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, if we make games and only make them playable through our proprietary thing,
Yeah, well, they can try that, but that's never going to happen with Steam.
Yeah.
I mean, people are always going to put games out on Steam. Like Microsoft, if Microsoft doesn't want to put their games on Steam, that's fine. People won't buy Microsoft games then. That's just what's going to happen, and they're going to lose business, and then eventually they'll stop doing that.
Yeah.
That's all that'll happen.
But I mean, what about things like Quantum Break, which it's a Remedy Studios game, but it's coming out through Microsoft, and the PC version is only going to be through the Microsoft Store. It's not going to be on Steam.
No, I'm getting it on the Xbox.
Yeah. But that's what PC people are worried about. Like, what if from now on, any game that would have come to PC in general, just gets filtered into the Microsoft Store and not the open Steam platform.
Yeah. I don't know.
So that's what Microsoft's doing.
It's a scary world out there right now.
Well, good thing we have Luke Cage to fight our battles for us on September 30th, which is when that show drops on Netflix.
Yeah? That's awesome.
That was a great segue.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah. It wasn't bad.
No. You can congratulate me. It's okay. I'll allow it.
No, I like what I said. I think it was fine.
Please, you're too kind. Let's see. I have 6-month-old baby beats birdie story mode. I have... Oh, did you see the article the press release put out about the Street Fighter V update?
No.
It gave every piece of information you could ever want except for when the update is.
Really?
Yes. It also shows some screen captures of Alex. He looks huge.
Yeah?
Ryu looks small and fragile compared to him. But, looking over some of the stuff that's going to be in this... It just, if you didn't believe that they shit the bed on when they released this game, I'm going to read you some of the stuff that's in this update. So there's beginner tutorials, 12 lessons covering movement, normal attacks, special attacks, V system, throws, counters, hits, chip/recoverable damage, etc.
So, tutorial.
Intermediate tutorials. 11 lessons covering projectiles, invincibility frames, armor and armor break, recovery, cross-up attacks, anti-air options, etc. There's words in there. I don't know what they are, so it would have been nice to have this already. Advanced tutorials. There's 4 lessons covering backdashing, frame advantage slash disadvantage, combo potential, button priority, etc. 16
The audience can't see how angry you are.
Character tutorials. 16 lessons covering each individual character. There's... I can't... It's unbelievable.
But you're just mad because you love the game so much.
Yeah, and
that should show you the quality.
It is. No, it is great. It's a game that once you start playing it, it's great. It's just so fucking stupid that this stuff is coming... How much later? This was the middle of February, and this is coming out sometime in March? A month and a half later?
Yeah. It's probably coming out March 31st. maybe. I have a feeling they're gonna push back.
Well, the fact that they put this out this past week makes me like immediately said to me, "Oh, it's gonna be at the end of the month."
Yeah.
But
you were hoping it would be out now.
I was
last podcast. You said we'll probably be playing it.
I was like, as soon as the calendar clicked over to March 1st, I started checking for updates.
Yes,
I've done it every day, all day since then. But like, there's more stuff in here. There's trials for all 16 characters, ranging from basic to pro combos. Completing the trials gets you fight money. The in-game shop, online rematch option. It just flat says...
Oh, finally! That's something that should have been in there from the beginning.
Yeah. It flat says, salty from a close loss online. Want revenge? You can now play a 2 out of 3 set or in ranked or whatever. Provided both players accept the rematch.
How about, that was a good game, let's play again?
No. You have to hate each other or it won't work. And then 8-person lobbies instead of 2.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
That's going to be hard for us to play online then.
We can still do 2 people in a lobby.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's coming someday.
There's only like half a month left.
Yeah.
It's the 14th.
The long half.
There's 16 days left in this month.
The first half is short. The long half is long. It keeps getting longer.
Okay, you're right. It is the long half of the month.
Oh my god.
Sorry. I'm out of stuff if you got more stuff.
I have one other thing. Because we talked a little bit about console hardware.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not going to be able to talk very much about this because you probably don't know anything and I'm an idiot.
Okay.
So have you heard of the Coleco Chameleon?
No.
So this is some people teamed up with Coleco.
Are they still around?
In spirit. Basically, anytime you go to like a Walmart around Christmas and you see like, hey, it looks like a joystick but has a bunch of game ROMs on it.
Oh yeah.
They make that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So these people came to Coleco and said, hey, we're gonna make a retro gaming box.
Okay.
Kind of like the Retron 5 kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Except they want to do it right and not illegal.
Retron 5's technically legal.
Technically, I guess.
Very technically.
Depending on how the wind blows.
Exactly.
But basically, their whole selling pitch was like, yeah, we want to have a gaming option where it's just straight up, you have a cartridge, put it in this box, and you play it. You don't have to update it. You don't have to download anything. It just go.
Okay.
And it would work with anything that's on a cartridge. Just do it. Have fun. And everybody's like, yeah, okay, this sounds pretty good. And they're going to start a Kickstarter for it, and they have Coleco behind them. It all sounds great.
That sounds awesome. Where can I get one?
Well, you're laughing and shaking. Yeah. So,
because I know where this is going.
Do you?
It's not going somewhere good.
Oh no!
Right,
Probably the worst places. So they start putting up like pictures because they showed it off at like a convention or something.
Okay.
And they put up pictures and stuff, and it's like it looks kind of junky or whatever. But
it's in progress.
Yeah, like the way Kickstarter works now after that potato salad guy.
Yeah.
Is that you're not allowed to launch a Kickstarter until you have a working prototype of something.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he forced them to do that.
Couldn't he just make some potatoes, like a small amount of potato salad?
You know what? That maybe.
I know what we're doing tonight.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a junky, like old console box kind of thing with like there's electrical tape on parts of it and whatever. You're like, okay, whatever. They're not there yet. Mm-hmm. Then people online start looking at the pictures and they're like, if you took off the tape from that part and that part, it kind of looks like they just got a junky, like, I forget what kind, like Super Nintendo or so, like some old console that they just kind of cut up to make it look different. Mm-hmm. And then people started asking questions like, how do we even know this is real? Are they trying to pull something? We need a little transparency. And then the Coleco Chameleon people are like, how's this for transparency? Mm-hmm. They have a literally transparent like version of that so that you can see like the circuit boards and stuff inside it. And everybody's like, oh, okay, well that was kind of funny. And hey, that's nice. They gave us what we wanted to see.
Yeah.
Then somebody who's like a tech guy who's also into gaming,
Uh-oh.
he looked at the picture and he's like, huh, that circuit board, those diodes are there and this part's here and that goes there.
It is just a Super Nintendo.
No, it's even worse. He's like, that's an old PC capture card. So they opened up an old computer, took out a piece that looked really computery, and they put it inside this box.
Oh.
And then like the guy's like, here, look, I'm holding one of those cards in my hand right now, comparing it to the fucking thing.
Oh god.
And then, for some reason, those pictures just disappeared from their social media. And then Coleco puts out a statement where they're like, we are behind these guys, but we're gonna send some engineers out to take a look at their product. And like the Kickstarter was delayed. It was put on hold. They didn't launch it. And
okay, good.
Yeah, they didn't launch
I
it.
didn't know you could pause those.
Yeah, like we were going to start it by this date, but we didn't.
Okay.
And they're like, we're gonna find out what's going on, and we will, and it absolutely will happen within this calendar week. And then that week ended.
I love the working prototype. It's just like, here's a box I filled with calculators.
Yeah. And then, so
who's gonna check? They're gonna send a representative from Kickstarter.
What's great? So Coleco sent its engineers out to check on like what they had.
Yeah.
And they didn't let the engineers in. They're like, no, we're not ready to show yet. We're not ready.
No one's here.
So Coleco severed ties with them.
Oh my god.
And now the chameleon is gone.
Oh, that's too bad.
As if it was ever here.
Oh, that's a shame. Great name too.
Yeah.
Great name. Because it could become any console you want, you know?
Yeah. Well, I was thinking because it could look like a console, but it wasn't really.
No. Like, it was a great idea for if they actually made it. Why didn't they just let the engineers in and be like, you do it? Here's the thing. We don't know what we're doing. It's gonna look bad for both of us. You guys do it.
I run a mayonnaise factory.
Here's a bunch of plastic. Here's some circuit boards. That one's from a capture card. Oh, man.
So, yeah, that's that.
Yeah. What a mess. So, I think that's this episode.
I think that's this episode.
Yeah.
Hey, we're only an hour and a half.
Really?
Yay.
Alright, only 50 minutes of that is Persona 4.
Listen, all I know is we're an hour shorter than last time.
Oh.
So thanks for listening to the 12th?
Maybe?
12th-ish episode.
Of the Big Dumb Podcast?
Yeah. 12A or 12B, I don't know.
Something like that. Okay. Bye.
Yeah, bye.